Innovocative Theatre is partnering with Stageworks to present Columbine Us, a docudrama about the 1999 tragedy at Columbine High School. Stacy Sabarsky, who is the producing artistic director, along with actor Ryan Fisher, are with us today to talk about this. And again, when I saw this just even come across my desk, I'm hooked. I think Columbine, we remember where we are. If we were alive at that time, remember where we are, and we can reflect back on it. So explain first, when you see this playwright come across your desk, why did you want to tackle it with your company?
Well, at Innovocative, I try to do shows that are socially relevant, topical, current, important. And it was just after the Parkland shootings when I was looking at what to produce this season. And I had seen this play probably 10 years ago and sort of had a vague recollection of it. You know, it's been a lot of plays since then. But I went back and did some research and found it and read it. And eerily, if you just change the name, it could be any high school today. And that's when I decided I needed to do the play, and then doing further research found out we're coming up on the 20th anniversary of the shootings as well, so it seemed the perfect time to do the show.
You know, my husband actually graduated from the neighboring high school of Columbine, so it definitely impacted him and a lot of his friends. And it's interesting to talk to my husband because he knows Dylan Klebold's name like right off the bat. He knows who was involved. That's actually who you play. I do. A lot of people say with these school shootings that they don't want to give a limelight, or they don't even want to say the name of the actual shooters, but you're portraying this person. Explain what challenges that is, or why this is something that you wanted to take on artistically.
Well, as an actor, you could almost call something like this the perfect role, right? In a weird, cynical way, I think this is the ultimate way as an actor I could challenge myself, is by doing a role where I am portraying a real person, where you know, he has a sort of a huge line of infamy surrounding him. But then again, I think it is important to portray someone like him because, well, personally, most people in America can name Dylan Klebold and can name Eric Harris, but yet they cannot name one victim of the Columbine shooting.
Yes.
And I think the way that you exuberate the importance of all of the victims is through showing these two and sort of their weakness, because their goal was to cause like a greater epidemic across, almost create a new wave of America where school shootings were going to be into the limelight, and unfortunately they were correct. Here we are. I mean, we've had much more school shootings in the past almost 20 years now than we have through, you know, generations and generations ago.
You know, what do you want audiences, I mean, this is a tough subject matter. What do you want audiences to come away feeling or thinking? And I know there's a different element to the show that even gets people talking, literally.
Right. There are signs. Typically these things don't happen, these events don't happen in isolation out of the clear blue. You know, and we're learning more and more of that as, unfortunately, we hear each time, you know. But I want people to know that there are resources out there, there are groups out there, there are organizations out there that can help, which I think you sort of we're leading to with our talk back panels.
Really quickly, please address that, because that even affects Florida and one of the Parkland shooters' fathers, correct? Yes. Or victims' fathers.
Yes. So one of the things I really think is important is to not only present plays that are socially relevant, but then to have an opportunity for the audience to further engage. And one of the ways we do that is with having post-show talkbacks. So I typically try to get experts in the field to come be part of those talkbacks along with the actors, so that audience members can not only talk to the actors about the show that they just experienced, but also then find out ways they can get involved in the community perhaps that they didn't know about. So, for example, you mentioned we have Manuel Oliver from changetheref.org coming, who is the father of one of the Parkland victims, coming to be on one of our panels.
Yeah. There are the dates. That first one's also a preview night, I'm told, but there's the website for you to gain more information. Again, job well done. Glad you're sharing the story. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.